Hot Toys' brand new Wolverine figure from Deadpool and Wolverine may just be their best figure yet. I'm not gonna lie, I never thought we'd see the day where I'd be holding this box in front of you all. It feels like I've been waiting forever for this figure, but Hugh's handsome face is finally in my hands. Of course, this is the deluxe version. I'm just dying to get this thing out here, so let's open it up. I got mine at Pop Collectibles for anyone interested, and here's the figure, and my first impression is that this figure's pretty big. Unfitting for a character like Wolverine, but very fitting for a man like Hugh Jackman. Oh, it sounds like I'm in love with it. First impressions aside, there's a lot of things I gotta say, so let's just lay out everything in the detail. Here's everything you get with this guy, and let's just get it out of the way because you guys know I don't care about these. The display base, it's nothing special. It's got the logo, Wolverine, a crotch grabber. I don't really care about that. Now, you're gonna notice what's in front of you is not a whole lot of accessories, more like swap out parts. You do get two head sculpts with the deluxe version, the Hugh Jackman sculpt limited to the deluxe version. I'm gonna talk about these more when they're on the figure, but I just wanted to give you a quick look. I'm gonna do the same thing with these two mouth plates. I just want to show you what you get. Of course, you get a battle damage chest plate, also limited to the deluxe, and these sleeved arms. I do have the clean shoulder pads and gauntlets on the sleeved arms. It's gonna be the other way around if you get the standard version. Here are the sleeveless silicone arms. This is a big part of the figure for me, so I do want to go a little more in depth later, but they do have the battle damage gauntlets and shoulder pads on. And of course, it's not Wolverine without his claws. They are not die-cast metal. These are plastic. I never really understood why everyone is rioting for die-cast claws. I think these are fine. You can pop out the claws and put them on any of the other swap out hands, which is really helpful when posing, but my Wolverine is sitting here lobotomized and decapitated, so let's get him out here. This thing is so vibrant, man. I cannot even explain to you how much this pops on the shelf once you look at it with your own eyes. This is the look you get with the standard edition, and it's more than enough for me. I feel like this is just classic comic book Wolverine to a T. Taking a closer look at this guy, I definitely want to talk about this masked cowl head sculpt. Be careful with the two Batman kissing parts, the little ears, whatever you want to call those. I'm not gonna lie, I do wish there was a way they incorporated some sort of swap out eye system. It seems like a perfect opportunity to just add it in right there. I say that because these eyes are not movie accurate. They're more accurate to the concept art. In the movie, his eyes changed expressions a lot, kind of like Deadpool's. I don't care though, between you and me, I prefer the concept art look. The swap out mouth plates are super easy to install. I really like this kind of teeth grinding one. I think it's super akin to Hugh Jackman. But my favorite out of the three is without a doubt the screaming one. I think it's so good for some dynamic posing, and it just screams Wolverine to me. Some people are going to complain about the MCU line problem, but I really love this suit for Wolverine. That little breastplate is hard plastic, while everything else is kind of that rubbery Spider-Man material, and the shoulder pads are super easy to attach and detach. The silicone arms came out so good, man. The vein work, the paint, the detail, it's all there. This is definitely a highlight of the figure for me, but moving down the arm, you have the gauntlets and the gloves, which have a clean transition and just look amazing. Moving down his body, alright. The belt is glued in place, so it's not going to go around everywhere like Deadpool's, and the pants are nothing crazy. Those knee pads are also glued into place too, so they won't be going anywhere, and the boots are seamless. Don't worry though, because it doesn't hinder motion that much. Here's some Wolverine back shots. I don't got much to say about this. I'm not really looking at the back of my figures. It looks fine. Here's that like a prayer final battle look for Wolverine without the shoulder pads. It looks fine, but I think the shoulder pads look is just the way to go. Swapping everything out to the battle damage look is as easy as it gets. You just slip on the battle damage gauntlets, and they got all these scratches and chunks taken out of them. They look really beat up. The shoulder pads, of course, you just slap on, and they got the same level of detail as the battle damage gauntlets, really, with scratches and chunks taken out. The breastplate piece is honestly the hardest thing to swap in and out. You have to take it out of these pegs, and they're on angles and shit. It's annoying. I'm definitely a clean Wolverine displayer, but the battle damage look is awesome. It does have a lot of detail, a lot of depth. I'm loving the wear and tear on all these pieces. Let's complete this look and finally pop on that Hugh Jackman head sculpt, and this thing is so good, bro. This is hands down one of their best head sculpts. It has such good paint. The likeness is on point. I think they nailed the expression. I dig the one they went for, and the hair they did exceptionally well. Now, of course, like most of their recent releases, this has the moving eyes feature. You just pop it off and you could dig your finger in there or use the tool, and this is just, oh my god, it adds so much life. You can add on so many different looks, a side eye, anger, worry, eye roll. You could do whatever with these rolling eyes. It's awesome. Now, I do want to walk you through swapping out the silicone arms for the sleeved look. I know a lot of people are worried about that, and I was too. I prefer just stripping the arm of everything it's got on, and honestly, there's no neat way of going about this. You just got to yank it out. I almost demolished my display doing this. Your silicone arm may look like this. When you pull it out, it looks like a piece of me when I was just born. Don't panic. Just pull it down, and it'll be as good as new. And now here's the sleeved look. Obviously, I don't have to tell you how to pop it in. Honestly, I never saw myself displaying the sleeved look until I popped it on. It makes the figure look a lot more vibrant, and it looks exceptionally well with Deadpool. cool. I love the vibrancy once he's got the sleeves on. Now, we never saw this in the movie, only in some concept art and promotional art. This is just with the cowl on. It looks sick. Finally, we could talk about the articulation on this guy. It's one of the best parts about the figure. The rolling eyes system that separates the head and the neck allows you to get a lot of motion out of it, and same with the arms. Since they're detachable, you can get a full 360 rotation. Not that anyone, really wants that. The bend at the elbow goes way past 90 degrees, and it's the same with the silicone arms. Of course, standard wrist joint movement, and now something that impressed me a lot, the torso crunch. It crunches a lot, which I did not expect. Same with the arch. You can get a lot of movement out of it. The torso, of course, rotates, will move side to side. You can get all that movement out. It's not as crazy as the crunch, but it's something. Now, the most disappointing part about the figure for me is the legs. You can't really get him in those ferocious animal-like positions, but at least the knee bend is good, and the range at the ankle is a lot better than I thought for not being split cut. Like, Hot Toys has gotten way better at engineering non-split cut boots, which I'm happy about. Overall, even though you just kind of heard me complain, this is a top 3 Hot Toys figure for me. If you're gonna get one Wolverine, of course you gotta go with this. You get the best head sculpt, you get the cowl look, you get the silicone arms. It's all amazing. The colors are super vibrant. This dude sticks out on the shelf, and you get an amazing amount of swap out parts to recreate any look from the movie. The deluxe version is without a doubt the way to go. Swapping out the arms and getting all the different looks is fun, especially mixing and matching everything, and the Hugh Jackman head sculpt, come on bro, you need that. As always, let me know what you guys think of this figure. Again, I got this at Pop Collectibles, no discount here, that's just where I bought mine. If you sat through this whole video, clearly you like me enough to drop a follow or subscribe, whatever you want to do, and I will see you all in the next one. Thank you so much for tuning in.